Hello! Today in your art studio, we're going to be learning about collage. Collage is when you cut things up and put them back together with glue in a different and interesting way to create a new picture. We're going to learn 6 different ways of working with collage to create our artwork. Have fun! You will need glue, definitely glue, preferably Elmer's white glue rather than a glue stick, but a glue stick will work if that's all you've got. Scissors and fun edged scissors if you have them. A sketchbook or paper to collage on if you do not have a sketchbook to work in. Various papers to work with. Magazines that are okay for cutting up. And any other flat or semi-flat objects you'd like to work with. Okay, our first technique. Get your sketchbook or a piece of paper for a background if you don't want to start in your sketchbook. We are going to be layering a background. I'm going to create a blue and green background for this whole page, and then I'll collage on top of it. For the background, it would be easy to just stick a whole piece of blue paper on there and call it a day. But when you do that, it doesn't look very interesting. It looks pretty bland. So instead, I'm going to go through a magazine. I'm going to pull out lots of pages that have blues and greens. Then I'm going to cut them up and reassemble them in an interesting way. That elevates the artwork to look more mature and sophisticated. And it gives it sort of a dappled light effect. So it looks like it's happening in nature, not just a piece of paper stuck onto another piece of paper. Juxtaposition. Putting things together in new and interesting, often strange ways. Really, really fun. Positive and negative space. Positive space is where the item is in the space it takes up. For example, in this case, it is the heart that was cut out. Here is negative space. Negative space is where the item is not or where it was previously. In this case, this empty space here where the heart was is the negative space. It's fun to play around with positive and negative space. Another fun thing to do is to grab some of your favorite art supplies and draw or color right onto your papers for your collage. And this can be done either before they're glued in to your collage or your final image, or after. Try both. Multimedia is when you use more than one type of art supply or material. With collage, we tend to stick with things that are flat, but I want you to be aware that you can use so many different flat or mostly flat types of items. In the category of mostly flat items, we have little sequins, painted puzzle pieces, fun, shiny, funky papers, scraps of fabric, printed scraps of fabric, paper doilies, and really anything else you can find that's flat enough. You can use a ribbon, you can use pipe cleaners, yarn, other types of string, anything like that. Another great collage technique is to work with text pulled out of magazines. You can work with entire words, or you can cut out single and individual letters depending on what you're trying to write or say. You can come up with your own idea and then go find the words, or you can look through a magazine and allow the words to inspire you to create your own. All right, so in review, our 6 collage skills we're learning today. We have covering an area with varied versions of the same color tone, which is the background here, all the greens and blues. We have juxtaposition, where we're adding things that do not really belong together, putting them together for a funny or fun effect or result to make a statement. We have positive and negative space, where we're cutting things out and using both what we have cut out as well as the background piece. We have coloring or drawing onto the papers before or after they are glued to the collage. We have multimedia, where we are using various types of flat or semi-flat objects or papers. And we have word building, where we're using text to enhance our work. You can use these things like I did to make many different small collages, or you can use them all on the same page. It is up to you. Have fun.